Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. EUR JPY Technical Outlook and ECB Economic Projections. http ntvforex.com News ID 1A8D13. 7/13/2029 26:03 am. The strengthening of EUR JPY is a combination of the EUR expansion and a weakening of the JPY together. However, it seems that this move is largely driven by the EUR, given that the Eurist moved sharply higher through June while the USD JPY was relatively stable. The yen is currently trading at the same level as the US dollar as it did in early May. USD JPY started trading at 107 in May, compared to the recent closing price of 106.90. Meanwhile, the Eurist remains significantly higher, the May opening price at 1.0950 compared to the recent close of 1.1300. In general, expansionary monetary policy usually softens the value of a currency in the short term, because an increase in liquidity or an increase in the money supply usually reduce funding costs. However, macroeconomic performance differences and separately the demand for mechanical changes, such as repatriation of capital and changes in global risk sentiments and collective assessment of regional political and economic risks trusts are responsible for the larger, long-term movement. But the current conditions are different, as we are currently experiencing in the midst of a pandemic and economic turmoil. The market seems to have lost interest in short-term pricing. As you know, in mid-May, there was a speculation that the European Central Bank will expand the pandemic emergency purchasing program by €500 billion. In early June the figure was confirmed as €600 billion, and at the European Summit this week there was a proposed expansion of the proposed program, which is the proposed 750 billion Recovery Fund. Events like this have fueled sentiment towards the recovery of the euro exchange rate in recent months. The ECB has updated its economic projections, projecting the Eurozone economy to contract 8.7% in 2020. Changes that are significantly different from previous estimates for real GDP growth 0.8% before, in March 2020. It seems that initial speculation for an increased ECB intervention, combined with validation in June, helped the euro to move higher on the back of easing Eurozone pessimism. The strengthening of the euro against the yen is an indication of the risk-on mode. The FX market, however, seems calm, with cross-risk FX classics such as USD JPY and AUD JPY now trading fairly stable in line with the beginning of Q1 2020. In the rally of the EUR JPY pair from the low price of 114.42 to 124.42, it has been noticed a retracement of 50.0%. Prices temporarily move in a narrow range above the 200 EMA, with the indication of the MACD in the OS zone. The ascending triangle trend line implies a support level at 119.30. Nearest minor support at the price of 120.25, which if breaks it could retest the key support level at 119.30. On the upside, the closest resistance is 121.11 and the 121.96. Breakout of the 121.96 level could retest the high level of 124.20. Otherwise a breakout of the low 119.30 could usher in a decline in the test price of 118.00. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.